Alright, so today we're going to talk about waxing and dyeing traps. So first step is, if you have a new trap, basically power wash it, scrub it off, get the oil off. And then these I used salt water on and get them really rusty, and you want them rusty because that way the dye will stick. And what the dye does is that basically gives it a more natural look, more natural smell, all that, because dye can be either brown or black. I'm using black walnuts, so the dye is going to be black. And then the other thing you're going to want to do is wax them after that. So to dye them though, you can buy stuff online. You can use black walnuts. I used about a 5-gallon bucket, and this is half full of water. You're going to want to bring it to a boil and then let it simmer. And when it's simmering, you're going to want to put your traps in there. You can do as many or as little as will fit in your container. You're going to leave them there for a half hour or more. You're going to pull them out, hang them up so you can let them dry out. And then you can either, if you have both the wax and the dye going at the same time, you'll want to pull the traps out, let all the water evaporate, then you can stick them in the wax. And that way when they're hot, because if you just dip it in the wax when it's cold and pull it out, it'll have like, 1/8 inch of wax on it, way too much. So you want to let it sit in there. Hope you guys can hear me here, but you're going to want to let it sit in there until it gets a super thin layer on there. And then you basically leave it and let the wax dry. And then you're going to want to put it in a sealed container so, if you have any solvents in your shop, it doesn't contaminate the scent. But I'm probably going to put the wax on here and give it a head start. And then these traps will probably be done before that happens though. I'll let them dry off, and then I'll just have to leave them in the wax for a little bit longer. So I'll come back and show you guys the wax soon. Alright, so we got the traps simmering there. We're melting the wax, and then we got the next set of traps to be simmered there and dyed. Alright, so now we're going to pull them out and see what they look like here. Oh yeah, perfect. They got 500 million walnuts on them, but they're black. That's pretty cool. Gonna hang them up here. If I can get that wire on there. Yeah. Perfect. Alright, so you definitely want to keep on throwing in more walnuts as you bring batches out, because I basically ran out of walnuts and just said, well, I gotta finish it. But you can see here, these ones don't look like, those ones just look kind of brown like they used to be. These ones look slightly blacker, and they're better than they used to be, but you're definitely gonna need to keep on throwing in more walnuts. And I didn't show you guys the actual waxing. Basically, you dip them in. You want them to be warm, and if they're not warm, they kind of got to sit in there for a little bit, so that when you pull them out, they don't have a huge layer of wax on them. You want a thin layer. But I didn't show you guys the actual waxing because sometimes it'll bubble up and boil over, and I'm doing this alone, so I don't really want to hold a camera in one hand and try to dip them with the other. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, subscribe if you found this educational. It would really help me to grow the channel, and I could definitely use the likes and subscribes right now, you guys. So thank you guys, and see you on the next one.